All right, let's do it.
2, 1. What's up? This is Kosher Pickle MMA. I'm Samuel Paradise. This is my
And
partner in crime.
Drewkowski, Master Drew, good to see you folks. All
All
right,
right.
last time we were on it. Clouded judgment. You pulled me away from Usman to Masvidal, and I could have had that parlay, but you did say your judgment was clouded.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, that on. We actually got the right. I said before the end when I was by submission, and you said a submission on the girls' fight. I forget.
Yeah.
Gosh, I
Rebus.
can't. And yes, on Amanda Hebus, and no, that one we knew how that was gonna roll. But anyway, go review the last things. We did pretty good, except for the Masvidal thing. Do you think he's getting the rematch? He's talking about it.
I think they're talking about him fighting Connor.
Yeah, he wants the rematch more than anything. They're talking about him fighting Connor. I
He's
think
gonna
he
have
would
to. I
take
think if he
Connor,
beats Connor, they'll, you know,
give
they'll.
him another shot.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't think Kamaru's in actually a real rush to fight him with a 4-month training camp. To be honest. But
Yeah.
it went exactly how you would win that fight if you were Kamaru Usman. I can't blame him. But it was a boring fight. It was super disappointing. But I kind of knew it was going to happen, but I just couldn't. I felt like I hate Usman so much, and I love Masvidal so much. And I just felt like I had to get behind my boy, regardless. And that's why I
Yeah,
told you it's clouded judgment. My perception, I admitted. It was like, it's
and I
like,
went along with it. I mean, I
yeah.
went along with it. It seemed like you just couldn't bet against the guy at this point in time. He
I
was
felt bad
on
about it. Yeah.
and he would have been the biggest superstar if he would have won that. He would have
Yeah.
eclipsed Conor. If he would have beat Usman, Conor would have been like, hey, can I get some of those pay-per-views? It would have been awesome because I'd love to see Masvidal knock Conor off of his pedestal.
Right.
So who knows? Maybe we'll get a good one out of this. But so on this card coming up, we missed the last card, and you had car problems, and they kept you from getting to our podcast in time. But if we would have talked to the viewers, that was another winning night for both of us. I lost 3 out of 6. I didn't get to place a bet on the final prelim because I was late coming to the gate. But I got really good stuff on Qatar winning by decision and all that noise. And you had some great picks as well. But now this week,
I went
when
four
I
four and one yesterday.
on the top 5, I went
Yeah, on the
two and
top five.
three.
I went six and
If
6-2 overall.
if you count method of victory, I had 3 winners, but I picked 2 by the method of victory. So I didn't get 3, but because I was picking method of victory, I got higher loot instead of just picking winners. So are we going from the bottom up to this one or from the top down?
I think the further I picked. I have 5 picks, and so it's just the main card.
Yeah,
We can
that's
talk about the other, but I'm starting at Kevin Gastelum and then moving up to the main event. In my head, anyway. But we could do it however you want.
all right. We could because I went down to Sergey Spivak.
Yeah, I
With
have a pick for him.
really this way down.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I guess I picked maybe more than that. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. No, it's 5. 5 fights. Anyway, I have.
Who do you have in the Spivak versus Felipe fight?
Let's see. I believe I have Spivak, and I'm also probably gonna do by KO. But right now, I just have a. Oh, excuse me. I bet on Felipe. Felipe.
Felipe
Yeah,
KO.
by KO. Yeah.
That seems a good bet because he looks like the guy that would go in there and knock him out. But he hasn't fought in 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
What?
the big question. But if you look at the odds, They're very, very similar, and they're I think Felipe is like a plus 250 knock. Let me hold on. I don't want to misspeak.
Let me take a look at my Bovada. That's not a plug. I actually do use them, but I'm not completely happy with them. If they give me a deal, we'll be happy to sponsor you. But we're open for anyone to sponsor us.
Yes, that's right. We're ready to sell out whenever you guys are ready.
Yes, as soon as you realize how valuable our picks are,
Yeah.
it's gonna be money.
Would you take a Fleshlight sponsorship?
I don't know, man. I just found out what one of those was.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I think the deal is, they want you to try it out and then talk about your experience.
I would never do that.
Yeah, so Felipe by KO is a plus 250, and Spivak by KO is a plus 450. So I went with Felipe. I'm hoping that he doesn't have too much ring rust, and these big boys are gonna bang.
See, I have Spivak. Wait, Felipe by KO is plus 175.
Ooh, I got better odds.
Spivak by KO is plus 350. Ooh.
Yeah, by the way, my odds were from my bookie. My bookie was where I got my odds.
Spivak is negative 175. So betting for him for the KO, I don't know. You think that he's going to come in there first time in 3 years and just want to totally do it to it, huh? I don't know, man. I like Spivak a lot. Spivak is the polar bear. I'm going to say polar bear by KO.
All right. We'll see what's up. We should do a side wager. You want to do a side wager for $5?
He had this fucking see. The last time I saw Spivak fight, correct me if I'm wrong, but he had this crazy ass technique. I hope I ain't mixing him up. Where he would rush in and take a lunging fucking right hand, and then he would just throw his left arm down and just turn this super powerful punch into a perfectly fluid takedown. And that's my thing. I think on the ground, Spivak can work him. And
yes,
I'm worried about him being able to get him to the ground. But because of that, so I think I'll say Spivak instead of Spivak by KO. I'll say Spivak inside the distance.
All right.
That's going to be my pick on that one.
Sounds good.
All right. Next case. Which one are we
Let's see. Oh, you know what? I probably actually voted. I didn't vote for the top. So let's see what else. I bet on Benavidez versus Figueiredo. That's the main event, right? So let's talk about the next one. I think I bet on was Askar Askarov versus Alexandre Pantaya.
Askarov versus Pantoja, huh?
Yes. And on that one, let's see. I have Patroya by decision or technical decision.
Yeah, on that fight, Pantoja, but Pantoja, I don't know them very well.
No, neither do I. But I think the fight goes the distance for sure.
Yeah, but the odds on Pantoja are such that he's really favored, and that one I must have looked at the decision being a really good buy, and what his record was, because he's the grappler. His grappling is better than Askarov's, but
yeah, no, I'm hoping Pantoja can.
Askarov's gonna have the fucking wrestling advantage for sure. What am I thinking?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking Pantoja could pick him apart on the feet,
on
just keep him at distance. I don't know. Like I say, that's a lot of
Yeah,
a couple of
that's
the fights on this card. I haven't been following these guys for too long, so.
hmm
Uh,
I don't know. I've seen Askarov fight once, and I've never seen Pantoja fight, as so I'm reluctant. But I don't know what my actual pick was. I'm trying to find it in the betting. I'm pretty sure it was Pantoja by decision. Yeah, for a plus 110. I bet on Pantoja by decision. I got 10 bucks on it. So
Yep,
maybe.
that's where I'm at too. I had to go back and watch tape to be honest. I mean, I'd seen Askarov fight before, but I had to go back and watch tape on these guys in order to do this. I didn't really know, but I'm going by the odds and I'm going by what little I was able to find. So if you put a gun in my head, I'm saying Pantoja by decision, and I did throw $5 down on it. So I'm not just talking shit.
Yeah, my bets are generally $10 when I bet on a person and method of victory. So I'll do 50 and sometimes a parlay. So
Yeah, I
Lipsky
have a
versus
5-fight parlay. Sorry, what?
you got Lipsky versus Carolina, women's fly.
Um, I don't think so. So go ahead and start talking, and I'll see what I can figure out between now and then.
All right. It's gonna be they're gonna beat the shit out of each other pretty much, but
All right.
it's gonna yeah, that's totally a striking fight. I think we're gonna see that stay on the feet, and geez,
Yeah.
Carolina will probably have the volume. I'd say Carolina by decision on that one. I think that's my bet, and I think it was the same reasoning. Just they're both gonna freaking go, and I don't really want to. I don't really want to make a bet on this one. I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
didn't. I didn't bet on this either.
that much, and to me, it just seems crazy. Even it's
Yeah, it's
gonna
like
be
minus 110 to minus 120 on my side on my bookie, and
what it
I,
is.
I
Let me.
just don't know enough to really make a bet on this one.
What odds are they offering me on that fight? What did I get? Oh, I did not. I would be lying. I don't have a bet open on that. I had an intention to put Carolina by decision, and that's a plus 150, and Lipsky by decision is plus 140. So it's yeah. I'm still. That's what I'm not going to bet on that. I'm calling that off. Don't put that in a parlay. I want to lean toward Carolina because she's I think the slight underdog, and she'll probably land more, but she might gas out earlier. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know.
What about Kadis Ibrahimov versus Roman Dolidze? Did you bet on that one?
Is Dolade?
Yeah, there's a Z at the end. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but yeah, Dolidze. Dolidze. Yeah.
I was looking at the Ramos versus Sarkudyan fight next, but I don't know
Well,
what
go
order.
ahead and throw. I don't have that one on my parlay, so you can go ahead and throw out your pick for that if you want.
Dawson.
I have
Okay.
Gastelum, Figueiredo, Pantoja, Dolidze, and Felipe. I have those 5 fights in a
You don't
parlay.
think that's a freaking that they're feeding Ibrahimov to Roman? That
They could be. I mean, I bet on Roman, so yeah. I mean, I do kind of think that.
Dolic by KO.
Yep,
Roman Dolic.
that's what I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, my bro. That was my bet as well, my buddy.
Dolic by KO. $10. What are my odds on that one? You were saying like doles a day. Like,
I was saying Dolidze.
Roman is very
Dolidze. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. I'm appropriating his culture by mistake.
So we've got the breaking up. Horrible.
I wasn't saying anything. You started breaking up when you were talking, but
Yeah,
wasn't
you
speaking.
broke up horribly. It started really bad. Like, boom, storm came in, so it's probably going to suck.
That's
Anyway,
weird.
moving on along, Hermanson versus we have Fiziev versus Daikizi, right?
Again, I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that fight on my picks. Do you want to just go through your picks and then, or
Diakise or Diakisi?
I don't know. I didn't bet on that fight.
It's another close one, huh? Yeah,
it just didn't seem worth betting on.
If I am going to pick on one of them, yeah, but that's another one that I don't have a bet on. I had a bet on, what were you saying? Sakuyan versus Ramos. I had Ramos by decision. For some reason, I'm just picking the underdog on that.
Yeah, I didn't have that fight either, but that's cool. Ramos by decision.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what goes.
All right.
But
so we've done Felipe and Pantoja.
Hermanson versus Gastelum. Why don't you?
Yeah, go ahead.
What you got? I want to hear yours first on this.
I got Gastelum. I just did the money line on that fight, but I probably will make a bet on method of victory as well. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I need to look into how easy Hermanson is to knock out, because Gastelum definitely has knockout power, but I think if I remember correctly, Hermanson's tough.
6-inch reach on him, though. That's
the other thing. Gastelum's a warrior, though. I mean, he really is like number 2 in the world, in my opinion.
He's got it in the head. I don't think he's going to get finished. Like, that's the thing. I don't think Gastelum's going to get finished, but I think Hermanson's active enough to maybe be able to wear him down, because I was thinking Hermanson by decision.
Gastelum's so good at wrestling, too. I mean, I would say the fight goes the distance for sure. That would be another bet I might place, is that the fight goes the distance. But I love Kelvin, and I think he can pull it off. It just depends on what Kelvin we get,
I think if they fight 5 times, Calvin wins twice, and Jack wins 3 times. What do the odds say in reference to that? Oh wow, they're both negative on this line, huh?
Yeah, it's another. These odds are all really tight. There's not a ton of ways to make money that are very practical on this card.
Nope. You know what? I don't know why. I just think Hermanson is going to be able to piece him apart. I know they've got the cardio. I don't think they're going to wind down, but there's just something that tells me Hermanson's going to do it, and I don't think he's going to be able to finish him. I would normally have said Hermanson by knockout, but I'm going to say Hermanson by decision. That's going to be my pick.
All right.
To have a convincing thing. I mean, I know Calvin, he's the better boxer, and he's a beast, and he's got a chin. In that Adesanya fight, he just ate so many hits. One of the best
fights ever. It was one of the most. I mean, that fight was that was some epic shit. That was a crazy fight. They were both, like Adesanya said, they were both ready to die that night.
Hermanson. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, we both think it's going the distance. I got Gastelum. You have Hermanson. And we got that covered. What else? Oh, the last fight, the main event. Yeah. There's no way Benavidez pulls that out, do you think? I can't see him winning that fight.
Did you watch the first one? Because this is a rematch.
Yeah.
I rewatched that first fight between these two guys twice. pausing it every so often, trying to notice shit. And Benavidez, like the way he almost got submitted early in the first round was really freaking disconcerting. And then he
Yeah.
got in the second round. But that finish was largely, I think, related to him getting headbutted. And in the end, after the first round, after that submission, he cracked him several times hard. So we know that Benavidez doesn't have the power to deliver to really knock him out because he's take his best shots, but he was gassing like at the end of the first round. If he hadn't gotten that finish, I think Benavidez' cardio would have basically carried him to the end. And he didn't make weight, which is why he didn't freaking win the title. I don't know, man. I think Benavidez can do it. I really think he can do it. To me,
that's where he makes some money.
Not like with this one, it's will Benavidez cardio and ability to last outdo the striking and the ability to last, but the poor cardio, the ability to last taking hits, not cardio, but like take damage, cardio, and swing. Figueiredo's got the ability to take damage and swing, but he doesn't have a good gas tank. Benavidez has the gas tank. Benavidez outstruck him the last time. I'm pretty sure. It looked like it to me. So he's going to have the, but he'll have this. So to me, this is another toss-up. But I'm going with Benavidez by decision.
All right.
I want to say, I honestly think
we've disagreed a lot this week. That's cool. This is cool.
Here's why. I think that fucking 50% of the time Benavidez wins, 50% of the time Figueiredo wins. This to me is a total toss-up. But because they met before and because Benavidez is so close to champion that he'll be able to manage it, I think he'll fight a smarter fight. I think he won't be as quick to put himself in dangerous situations because he'll know what got him in trouble the last time. At the same time, Figueiredo could up his cardio. Fuck. Because he knew that was the problem. I'm sticking with it. Benny by decision.
Right on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say, I don't know. Method of victory on that one's tough. I think that Figueiredo could win a decision, but I think he could also get a submission, like you were saying.
Oh, man, yeah.
That one's tough. I'm not sure if I'm going to bet method of victory on that, but I'm just going to do a straight bet on Figueiredo. I think that's my move. And I also have a 5-fight parlay with all of those bets. So just to recap, I have Gastelum, Figueiredo, Pantoja, how do you say it? Dolidze? Dolic, and Carlos Felipe. Those are my 5 bets.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
All right. So I have Benavidez, Hermanson. I didn't bet on the Diakese fight. We had Pantoja by decision, and I had Sergey Spivak. And I've got, All right. Fuck, I lost the list. So that's that. I hope
that's what it is.
We got a lot of differences on this one, huh?
I know that's cool.
Did you bet Spivak?
No, I ended up. I bet on what's his face. Yeah, I bet on him, but I bet Felipe to win. Felipe by KO.
Oh, and I got Spivak inside the distance. Yeah, he lost to Marcin Tybura the last time.
Yeah.
But until then, he had only one freaking loss. I really like Sergey. I don't know why I like that guy. He's got all these crooked teeth,
You
but
love anyone with a name from that region.
not really, man. There's a lot of really creepy Russian fighters that I ain't down with. Some of those Dagestani guys make my freaking hair stand up. I would not want to be in the same room with some of those
Well,
guys.
I mean, what about Alexander? Alexander Emelianenko. He's
Yeah,
still he was
yeah.
active after serving that crazy prison sentence. Although I guess Mike Tyson was too. So
Now, yeah, he's out now though
yeah, I know.
for his raping his domestic servant. Wasn't that it? Didn't he like
Yeah, I know it was a
or
rape
sexual
charge.
assault or something on his house?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't really
But
want to say too much about him. I don't need to piss anybody off. I have a incredible respect for the Emelianenko family as a whole, Fyodor, and you know, please, Alexander, it's just a critique. You're a public figure. Don't kill me. Thank you.
doesn't mean I don't have affection for you.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Bravoslav, you're a good man. I love Fedor. He's done so much for the sport. He's such a good guy. That family's brought so much to the sport. I'm just saying, Alexander is a scary human being. All of those tattoos that he has, you don't get to have those tattoos in prison unless you have committed certain crimes. And otherwise, like if you're sporting something and a guy notices what that means and you're fronting, you probably get beaten daily or killed or something
Yeah.
like that. A lot of times they'll have like a church and there'll be a funeral going on, and however many coffins are present in the funeral is how many people they, so they're basically like their tattoo is penance and they're giving a fucking funeral for their victims and shit, and then they mark their, it's nuts, it's wild. They've got the stars that show up over here that have
Yeah.
meanings. But check out Russian tattoos online, folks. That'll
Yeah,
blow
there's
your
a
mind
cool
off.
documentary about it that kind of breaks it down. There's a Vice piece, and I think there's another like full feature-length documentary that goes into. I've seen a few shows over the years, some on TV and some online, about Russian prison tattoo culture.
Yeah, that place that you mentioned, they used to do some good documentaries, so it might have been there, but I don't like mentioning the name. We've gone off the wagon, but some of their old stuff is really good. Like
Yeah.
George Moss, I don't want to say their name and make them famous.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. A lot of their stuff is nonsense. Most of it nowadays. But back in like
All right, well,
07,
break.
08, they were on some other stuff. It was cool. It was innovative at that time. But yeah, you're right. They've jumped the shark.
All right, well, I'm ready for a break, and let's do that, and then we can get to the second part of this, record a different section. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. I have been Drew Kowski, your MMA master, and I will stay kosher.
Kosher Pickle MMA, Sammy Paradise signing off.
Thank you, thank you.
Everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the face. Remember that.
Yes, everyone's got a plan.